Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law. Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding. All parties raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you, Will. You may be seated. This is the matter of Liam, is it pronounced Liam?
Liam,
Fowler
yes.
versus Elijah Pearson, and you're suing him for $850 for destroying your camera.
Correct.
I understand you're a photographer, and you and Mr. Pearson got into a little tete-a-tete, and your camera was destroyed. What caused that?
Well, we got into a...
The core legal issue in this case revolves around trespassing, which occurs when someone enters or remains on another person's property without permission. Liam and Olive were in Elijah's bedroom without his knowledge or consent, making their presence a trespass. This is significant because it shifts the liability for the camera's destruction. Even though Olive had a key from a prior occasion, using it without Elijah's explicit permission for this specific entry doesn't excuse the trespass. Consent must be current and specific, not assumed from past actions.
Tug of war during the night of the incident, which was earlier this year. He ended up walking in on us, me taking the pictures of my ex-girlfriend Olive in sexy lingerie. He told me to delete it, and Olive said not to, and he got really upset. And he grabbed my camera, and he let go, and it crashed onto the floor and shattered everywhere. Actually,
You dropped your camera.
Okay, so tell me this. He walked in on us taking pictures. Where did he walk in?
to his bedroom.
His bedroom?
Yes.
In his house?
Yes.
Why were you in his bedroom in his house taking photos?
Olive arranged for us to take the photo shoot there. She had a key from his house that he left.
Possessing a key doesn't automatically grant unrestricted access to someone's home. Olive used a key given for a Valentine's Day dinner to enter Elijah's house for a photo shoot months later, without his consent. Legally, this can still constitute trespassing because permission must be explicit and tied to the specific instance of entry. This misuse of access underscores the importance of clear boundaries and communication, especially when it involves private property.
On Valentine's Day.
Wow. Are you a professional photographer?
Yes, I am.
Was she paying you for this photo shoot?
No, it was free.
And you all used to be lovers?
Used to be, yes.
Is this what's your name?
Aguirre, Olive Aguirre.
You're Olive.
Mm-hmm.
Step
yes, Your
up.
Honor.
Why were you in Mr. Pearson's house?
I wanted to do something special for him, and
What was he to you?
he was my boyfriend. We had met.
were together.
She said was, past tense. I got it.
We were in a very serious, very loving relationship, and I wanted to do something special for him, right? And on Valentine's Day, he works late hours, and on Valentine's Day he wasn't able to be there, so I was kind of like, let me cook you a dinner, so once you get home we can have a very intimate, very cute, romantic Valentine's Day dinner.
Okay.
So,
Was this Valentine's Day?
yes, but this is when he gave me the key.
Oh, that's when you got the key.
Yes. So
For Valentine's Day dinner.
yes, so I can go in there and cook while he's at
She
work.
was upset that I was going to be working late that night, and she wanted to do something
I wanted
special.
to do something
Okay,
romantic.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Thank you. He never asked for the key back, and
And you never offered it back.
I did not, because I saw it in
So
a
we just gonna
different.
get on past that. Did you tell him you were going to use it for a photo shoot?
It was a surprise. That was the whole thing
surprise.
about the photo shoot, was that I wanted to surprise him. And Your Honor, first off, let me just say that this is out of my character to do a boudoir photo shoot, because
Okay, so why did you just go all out of character to do a boudoir photo shoot at somebody else's house who had no knowledge you were doing it?
Well, Your Honor, I'm a licensed veterinarian, and so he was used to me you know, coming home from work, smelly, this and that, and
Those
I
were
just,
some of my favorite things about you.
Would you be quiet and don't crosstalk, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
And I wanted to step out of my comfort zone. I felt like I trusted him just as much as I thought he had trusted me, which is why I took him giving me the key a lot more serious than what it was. And so I felt experimental. I felt risky. I wanted to, you know, step out of my comfort zone and show him a side of me that will help him through his long hours of work. And
So you were trying to be risque.
yes, correct, Your Honor.
And was this a special occasion of any kind? Or you just decided to do this?
Oh, it was his birthday.
Oh, it was his birthday?
Yes, correct.
Okay. What were you going to do with the photos on his birthday?
I was going to gift them to him.
So why couldn't you get the photos taken at your place?
I guess I wanted to be a little experimental. I was really just feeling this because he's made me feel a way that I've never felt before. I kind of just really wanted to step out of my comfort zone and do something very experimental,
I got it, but why couldn't you do it at your house?
It's not big enough. It's a small studio, and
So you wanted him to come in on you while you were taking the photos?
he wasn't supposed to be home. He came home early and it kind of just ruined everything and didn't even give me a chance to explain.
Olive assumed her relationship with Elijah allowed her to enter his home unannounced for a surprise photo shoot. However, consent and privacy remain critical, even in close relationships. The law doesn't bend for good intentions. Entering someone's private space without their knowledge violates their rights. This case illustrates that trust in a relationship doesn't equate to legal permission, highlighting the need for explicit agreement when using someone's property.
It was all for him.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
She has
The robe was
the
not
robe
on
pulled
when I
up
walked
to her
in.
behind and showing a lot of skin. But she's not, quote, half naked. She's
Your
half
Honor,
dressed.
Your Honor, the robe was not on when I walked in the
Okay.
bedroom.
It was on.
It was on.
It was not on.
And later,
Her loyalty, it looks like, lies with Thomas and not with me.
Why you say that?
Because she made a pact with my ex-husband not to tell me that she was a stripper.
Justice with Judge Mablean. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Liam Fowler, who is suing Elijah Pearson for property damage.
You really thought that being in a man's house without his knowledge, using a key that you didn't ask to use that day, with another man in his room, in his bed, taking photos, you really thought that was okay?
Yes, I did, because of how much he led me to believe that we were at a point in our relationship where I could do that kind of stuff.
Okay. Let me hear from you.
I did give her a key, and I thought that she would be at my house without my permission or without even letting me know that she was going to be at my house. And so that's why it didn't cross my mind to ask for the key back. And on the night of the incident, I was at work. I came home early because I wasn't feeling very well. And when I pulled up to my house, I saw that the lights were on, and I thought that that was very weird. I walked upstairs, and I walk into my bedroom, and there is Olive, half naked, on the bed with a strange man in my bedroom. And
Your Honor, I was
not
not
only
half
just
naked.
that, this is a
Excuse me, what did
pandemic.
you say?
I was not half naked, Your Honor. I had a normal size robe over my lingerie that was
What's a normal size robe?
about the length, maybe.
Where
length
are
of
the
my
photos
dress.
since you did a photo shoot?
I did bring the evidence, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. She has clothing on,
Thank you.
but she has
The robe was
the
not
robe
on
pulled
when I
up
walked
to her
in.
behind and showing a lot of skin. But she's not, quote, half naked. She's
Your
half
Honor,
dressed.
Your Honor, the robe was not on when I walked in the
Okay.
It
bedroom.
was on.
It was on.
It was not on.
Sure was.
You know what? Robe on, robe off. I don't even think that's the violation here. Go on.
Yeah, so I did not know who Liam was. I asked what was going on. I was very upset at the time, and she explained to me that she was doing this boudoir photo shoot for me somehow, then told me that this was her ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend.
Correct. And so this
Just
is
happened
how,
to be a professional photographer,
who happens
right?
to be who just so happens to be a professional photographer. So this is how I meet her ex-boyfriend for the first time in my bedroom.
She put you in the middle of all of this, huh?
She sure did.
You didn't know what was going on either, huh?
I
Did you
had no
know
idea.
she wasn't supposed to be there? He didn't know that she wasn't there?
I did not know. No, Your Honor.
All right, so you guys toggled over the camera.
I asked
He
them-
lunged at him.
I
and
did not lunge
Yes, you
anywhere.
did.
I didn't
And you
lunge anywhere. I
forced-
walked in
you were-
and I asked what's going on, and I told you both to delete the photographs,
And I told-
and he said no. I grabbed the camera to try to delete the photographs, and then you said you
And then
didn't
you
want
let
them
go,
you
and that's when it fell
lunged
to the
at him.
floor
I
and
didn't
shattered.
lunge anywhere.
Excuse
I let
me,
go
let me stop, both of you. Why did you want the photographs deleted? They weren't of
I
you, they
didn't-
were of her.
Because I didn't consent to having photographs taken in my home. I didn't have consent to I don't know where these photographs are going to go. That's my house. That's where I live. This is my intimate place where I go to sleep and rest. I wanted the pictures being deleted.
They were for you.
That doesn't make it any better. I didn't consent to you taking the.
Olive assumed her relationship with Elijah allowed her to enter his home unannounced for a surprise photo shoot. However, consent and privacy remain critical, even in close relationships. The law doesn't bend for good intentions. Entering someone's private space without their knowledge violates their rights. This case illustrates that trust in a relationship doesn't equate to legal permission, highlighting the need for explicit agreement when using someone's property.
Photographs in the first place.
Mr. Fowler, if you are a professional photographer, you know that you're not supposed to go into anyone's space to do a special photography job or any other photography job without consent to use that space.
I did tell him it was okay, Your Honor.
Okay,
so that
but,
case,
right, so you got him into trouble telling him it was okay and it was not okay. So you lied to him too. And you could have gotten this man killed. Or you could have gotten this man killed, because that's typical reactions of two men when they see another man in their house. So you're lucky that the only thing that got smashed was the camera. And I'm not gonna order him to pay for it. You're gonna pay for that camera. I order you to pay and get Mr. Fowler.
I'm not even on the court
I order
documents.
you to pay and give Mr. Fowler another camera. You created the situation. You invaded privacy. You trespassed. Both of you trespassed. Going into another person's home without consent is called trespass. You both violated.
I'm not even on this, like, I am just a witness, Your Honor.
Okay, well, then you came in as a witness.
Yeah.
But I say you're part of this case. And either you can buy Mr. Fowler another camera or he doesn't get another camera. But I'm certainly not going to order Mr. Pearson to buy him another camera.
But he's the
lucky
one
that
who
all he
broke
got
it.
broken was his camera.
He's the one that broke the camera.
And what
lunged
did I
at
just
him,
say? He broke the camera because somebody's in his house trespassing.
Doing it in good intentions. Like I wasn't.
Trespassing in his house without consent. He doesn't have to ask any questions. He could have just started beating the hell out of both of you. You're in his house without consent. You better get it through your head before another incident like this happens and you get hurt or cause him to get hurt or someone else.
Well, I'm definitely never
People
doing this
walk
again.
into their homes and see someone in there that's uninvited. They don't stand around and start asking a lot of questions. That's just not normal behavior. So you buy Mr. Fowler the camera if you want him to have another camera. It was for your benefit. You asked for the photo shoot, not him. Judgment for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim.
This case hinges on trespassing, consent, privacy, and homeowner rights. Judge Mablean ruled for Elijah because Liam and Olive entered his home without permission, violating his privacy and justifying his reaction. The ruling, ordering Olive to replace the camera, emphasizes that good intentions don't override legal boundaries. This serves as a lesson. Always secure explicit consent before using someone's property, especially in professional contexts like photography, or face potential consequences.
Has been denied.
I really thought that you were the one.
If you would have just been
I really
calm
thought you
and
were
let
the
me
one.
have
You know, I think
explained
I
in the
really did
moment,
handle
maybe
it
all
a
of this
lot
could have been
calmer than
avoided,
you
okay?
think it was. You know,
All
you
of
just
this
did
could
all
have
this
been
for
avoided.
yourself.
Oh,